In the name of Allah, I'm Mahdi Alizada. Welcome to my YouTube channel. We are talking today about composite pattern. It is a structural design pattern. It's a kind of structural design pattern. Okay, the contents that we discover in here is what is composite design pattern, real world analogy, use cases, and structure explained. First thing that I wanna explain for you is what is component pattern or component design pattern. The component pattern is a kind of structural design pattern. It's used to treat individual objects and groups of objects uniformly. It's ideal for tree structures like file systems or user interface components. The basic concepts used in component design pattern are first, the first thing is a component. A component is the abstraction for all components, including composite ones. Declares the interface for objects in the composition. Defines an interface for accessing a component's parent in the recursive structure and implements if that's appropriate. It's like a parent in a tree or the root of a tree. The second thing is composite. Composites represent a composite component having children, and implement methods to manipulate children implements all component methods generally by deleting them to its children. The third thing or the third concept is leaf. What's a leaf? Leaf represents leaf objects in the composition, implements all components methods. And the fourth one is client, interacts with objects using the component interface. Real world example of the this is graphical design software. We are grouping the individual shaping or like leaves into larger groups or composite. File systems like files are the leaves and the folders are the composite, or the files are children and the folders are the parent. UI components, basic UI components like button, text fields, etc. are leaves, and the containers like panel or windows holding multiple components are composite. HTML DOM tree, HTML elements like P for paragraph, img for image are like leaves, and the containers like div, division or section containing other elements are like composites. E-commerce product category is another real-world example of composite design pattern. Individual products are like leaf or children's, and categories or subcategories grouping related products are composites. In game development, individual game objects like characters or trees or like leaves, and the sets or groups of objects forming levels act like composites. Use cases where we use this design pattern is composite design patterns used in hierarchical structures such as file system, UI, frameworks, organization charts, document editors, and etc. Composite should be used when client ignore the difference between composition of objects and individual objects. If programmers find that they are using multiple objects in the same way and often have nearly identical code to handle each of them, then composite is a good choice. It's less complex in this situation to treat primitive and composite as homogeneous. And the next point that you can use this composite design patterns when you need to represent hierarchical structures like trees, and when you want clients to treat both individual objects and composition uniformly, and when you need flexibility to add new types of components without breaking the existing system. It is the use cases of composite design pattern. The structures explained is component interface that I want to introduce or explain for you. The component interface is declare common operations for both leaf and composite, and the leaf class implements the component interface and provides specific behavior, so does not have child components. Component class implement the component interface, maintain a collection of child components and implements operations to manage them, and the client interface with objects using the component interface. Okay, it was all about the composite design pattern. It was a brief introduction to composite design pattern. I wish that you learned something from this video and hope you all the best. Thank you for watching.